Greetings, everyone! Was that loud? Was I too loud? Did I wake you up? Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Greetings, my friends. Jim, hello, sir. How are you doing? Jana, thanks for popping in today. Blossom, how are you doing? Thanks for coming. And a PJB Stampa, hello, my lovely. How are you? Jenny G, hello. Miss Cordelia, hello. Anna Moret. Who's a weirdo? Me? I know. It's okay. We just had a couple of days of unhealthy air due to wildfires. Rather that than a tornado, right? Jenny G says, it was loud because I was blasting tunes earlier and forgot. That's how I like my music, too. Blasted. Sometimes. Thumbs up. We like thumbs up. Okay. It is Pad and Paper Monday. Pad and Paper Monday. And Blossom says, and I'm not late either. You're never late. Even if you show up at the end of the live, you're not late. You have arrived at the time that you needed to arrive. You guys. So, Pattern Paper Monday, we use the pattern paper, make the pattern paper, or both. And today is kind of a both. We have pattern papers by companies that, they were just there. I have a huge Halloween bucket of pattern paper, but I just grabbed the closest stuff because I have this. Don't tell Pam. Don't tell Pam. I made a bunch of backgrounds. But I think she knows. This was one of the backgrounds that I made the other day. This was a cleanup. So a cleanup is when I'm doing a mess. I'm making a mess, and the mess is either here on the table or it's on a gel plate or whatever. And I clean the mess with a piece of copy paper. So, and for whatever reason, this particular piece looked like a bunch of trees. Like trees in a forest where the trees are so thick that you just see trees through the trees. And that's what I thought, right? Like this here is a tree, which is a little stick tree, and maybe this tree is in front of this tree, or this tree is in front of this really big tree. Like, to me, were you running short on backgrounds? No. But I wanted to play the wind. Please stop. No, but I did make some really fun ones. I made some really fun. I went picking weeds. And weeds and leaves. And I did the things. This one, if you guys like this one, if you're in Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends, I did post it. Free for personal use. If you're on Discord, Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends, down in the free for personal use, you can print them. I mean, I had a lot of fun. This one, I love making trees. This one, I was like, oh, this is a Pam. It's yellow grunge. And this one's got more yellow grunge. But they're leaves. I use a leaf. I put paint on the leaf and stamped it. Because why not? There's a cleanup page. It turned out good. Here's another cleanup. And another cleanup. And then another print. Just look it. all of the leafery goodness. You saw that today when you was goofing off at work. Awesome sauce. Thank you, Anna Moret. And then, yeah, this one, it got all crinkly. So we rolled over it. And so, yeah, it just, and this one. This one, I just did this because I really liked it. And then this one. Yeah, I made some backgrounds. But this one had my eye today. And I made a couple of others. But they're in a pile to go away. They're going to somebody. Somebody out there is getting some. Did you just call me grunge? No. I called you yellow. Called you yellow. The yellow made me think of you. Not that it was grungy, just the yellow. But yeah, so on Discord and Facebook, it's the same image. So, but yeah, you can print it and use it for your personal use. But I want to cut this. I want to cut it because I want to add to this for my mind. Because my mind says it's trees hiding trees, right? And I want to do a panel, of course, because we like A2 size. Look at that. We just cut it right in half. And then we're going to cut it in half again. We're going to do 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And see, this is just smaller trees and more trees, and then we can even cut this one and be prepared for the next round. Just look at it, just weird. I know, it's okay. So I want to pick one of these to play with. I think I'm going to do this one. So we're going to set these aside because when we make this card, we're going to put these inside the card and ship them out all together. So somebody will get these and be able to make their own thing. How do you like that? But they'll have an example of what they can do. Maddie, the emptiness scrapper. We are doing patterned paper Monday, and I'm using a patterned paper that we made on Twitch. Yeah, I think because I was with Deborah. A Twitchy Friday. Twitchy Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. 7? 8? It's on at some time. Pattern paper. No. Twitchy Fridays. Oh my god. And what do I do on Twitch, you guys? I do weird, not cards. I do things that take forever. And that's my thing. I'm still missing my knife. I need to get a pencil sharpener because my knife sharpener is MIA. And I'm not sure. I need to ask my kids if they know where my actual knifey knife is that I use to sharpen the pencils. Because I usually use my mom's knife. And it's got this pretty filigree on it, but it's gone. And I'm not sure where it went. And I need it. Okay. So I'm going to do some coloring, shading per se, to accentuate the idea that it might be a tree hiding behind a tree. So if this tree... this little stick of a tree is in front of this really big tree, then there would be a shadow on this tree at some point, right? So we're gonna attempt some shadows. And so I'm just gonna put a little bit of colored pencil on here down the side. Okay, we're gonna drag it out a little bit more if we think we need to. Nothing fancy. Look at me scribbling up this side of the shadow tree like so, and then we're gonna get a darker color and we're gonna layer that right on top of that with smaller doodads. Woo! Why did it feel like something bit me? So we're gonna do a little bitty Halloween card, but whoever gets this card, they don't have to make Halloween with their stuff, right? So we're just gonna drop in some shadows. See, look at that. That just, doesn't that just liven that right up a little bit? I think I'm going to do all the shadow on the one side. I don't know if we would have shadow on the both, because maybe the light's coming in and it's hitting these trees and shoving the shadow that way. In my mind. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Because I don't know. I just think of these things and then run with it, right? Because we don't know. I don't know nothing. We know the basics. We know enough to get ourselves into trouble or out of trouble, whatever needs to be. So I've got a decent size shadow, and I'm using brown as my shadow. If you guys didn't know, birch trees, yeah, that kind of, but so I think that's another tree. In my mind, it's a tree in the trees, right? If you guys didn't know, shadows are not black. Shadows are just colors intensified. Bet you didn't know that. Learn something new. So we're using brown as our shadow today. And then also these little on the birch trees right there, they kind of peel. So birch and aspen, is it aspen? Aspens and birches, they kind of have peely bark. One of them peels more than the other, but they would have like little shadows under their little peel areas. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put a little bit of shadow on the bottomy parts of some of our peely bits, because we can. And we're just going to add a little bit more color to some of them, like so. Like that. Oh, I like that. It's so nice. It's so nice. Kitties need treatums. Treat, cheroos. Oh, that's nice. See, we're just hyping this up to be more interesting. And I literally just followed, because if we took the black lines out of here, you guys would see that it was the cleanup kind of gave these weird little lines. I don't know how to explain it, but the cleanup told us what to do. Cleanup told us what to do. So we're just following some of these little downy bits. Because we can. Parents had river birch in their front yard. My dad hated the peeling bark littering his nicely mowed lawn. I bet. Some trees just need extra attention, and they do like drop a lot of leaves. Like our tree out front, it drops a lot of leaves, but we just mow them up. The husband was trying to rake them one day. I'm like, why are you raking the leaves? Mow them up. We have a bag on the lawnmower. Mow them up. See, like, I don't know what tree this is. Is this tree in front of that tree? It sure is today. Look at that. And then that's going to have a little shadow, extra shadow for that bit. So we're just going to darken that all in. And then we're going to come up. Do the undersides of the little naughty bits. The naughty bits! Right? Yeah, and you could totally do that, right? And these could just be trees. And then this could be greenery, blue, and whatnot. But mine is all trees. You can't see the forest for the trees, right? Because there's so many trees. And one of the two, aspen or birch, are like a living organism, and their roots are all tied together. I can't remember which is which, but I always thought that was really interesting. I get them confused. Like ravens and crows. They're interchangeable in my mind, right? Ravens and crows. Interchangeable. And then this one, he's going to have a shadow coming off of this way. Because why not? This guy, he's falling. He's falling for the fall. And I'm just using regular Prisma color pencils, because they're my faves. And I do have the Brett Fronters. They're my second faves. This one I feel like might be shadowy under both, just because of the way it's sitting. So we're going to do that. We're going to shadow both. And as you can see, we just added more depth just by doing the thing. Aspen, you think. I think you might be right. I don't know. And then I'm going to pretend like this is a big tree over here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. Are you guys ready? I used a paint pen from Abraham. Posca pen. Okay, and so we're gonna add some squiggles because I want a tree right there. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's it. Squiggle wiggles. Squiggle in the wigglins. Squiggle my diggle. Anyways, I watched somebody that says that when he does his spray painting things. And then we're just gonna add a little bit. A little bit right there. Just like that. I've added another tree with a Posca paint pen. I love these Posca paint pens. I need another holder for them because Abraham, he gave me markers and I had to redo my markers, so I don't have room for my Poscas. Poscas need a new home. Okay, and so then we can go this side because now we have a tree over here. Oops, this brown goes this way. And then we're going to do more shading, a little bit more under that one. Run, run, run. Our little shader. Little shady bits. Shader bits. A little shady under that one. A little shady under that one. A little shady under that. Shade off to the side. Goes right there. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then this one, we're going to do this way. That's exactly what this picture needed. It needed that tree more shady. Shady bits, shady bits. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Shady bits. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going to do a tight shadow down this side. Just a tight shadow. Because I feel it needs that line loosened up just a little bit. I think I forgot to add the extra darky bits here to this one. I don't even know. I don't even know what's what there. But there it is. Oh, I like that. I like that much is more. Okay. Bye, Miss Pam. Thanks for popping in today. Yes, Maddie. I do prefer to sharpen with a knife. However, I don't know if you can tell, but most of them have not been sharpened. I will do very little to sharpen, and it looks like these ones I've been sharpening with the sharpener. So maybe my knife has been missing for a while, but this one is sharpened with a knife. This one is sharpened with a knife. Now, the reason I sharpen with a knife is because my mom said it was the best way to sharpen these. And I've always done it that way. Now, that is because when you're using a sharpener, you can cause a lot of pressure on the twisty and the whatnot, right? But if you're just using a knife, you can stabilize this, and then you just put the little bit of pressure here. And this is very loose. So then you use your knife and you put all the pressure right there at the tip, which allows this to stay safer, because these are fragile. The color through Prismas, they're soft. They break easy. They break easy. Like when I drop them, I freak out. I'm like, oh, I dropped it. But yeah, I do prefer to sharpen with a knife. The set I have in my bedroom, I have a knife with that set, and I sharpen those strictly with that. But if you're careful, you can use a pencil sharpener. Just know that these are soft and they break easier. That one's got interesting a crack up the barrel, but that's okay. Oh, I need to put my pencils away. I need to put them away. And another thing, like a pencil sharpener, it goes down, and I feel like by the time you get down here, you've ate away a lot of your tip. And in a knife situation, you get to the color quicker, and you can be more precise on how the things go. I hope if that makes any sense. But it's really easy to sharpen with a knife. So normally I use a pocket knife. In my bedroom, I have a Batman shaped knife. It looks like the bat symbol and the little blades come out, and I just sharpen it. You can use a X-Acto knife, as long as it's sharp. As long as a sharp knife. That's what you use. A sharp knife. I'll show you real quick. I'll do it with this. Because this brown. Come here and we'll look. So you're just gonna put your, even if it's a pocket knife, you're gonna put all your digits behind the blade. Okay, and then you're going to, just at an angle, carve away. And this is probably why I was using the pencil sharpener, because this does take a minute. And you just go, and I like to go around and get the lead exposed, and then if I need it detailed, I just do because the lead is super soft, so you can do super tiny scrapes to get it to the point that you want. Now here's the thing, I don't do points. Okay, I know that's crazy to some people. Like, I don't put my pencils at a point. They come that way. But even in my fine detailed colorings with the tiny bits, when you're using your pencil, you do create angles and stuff. And so I'll be using it this way, and then I'll turn the pencil over to get the detail from the point I've already used. So if you're coloring along like so, and you get a nice fat line, and then you need a thin line, you just flip the pencil over. And then you use the different angles that you've created to make thinner lines. So you can get really good, so I don't really sharpen to a point. If you watch Johanna Basford, I love her books. If you ever watch her color, her pencils are pointy, which makes sense because her artwork is so tiny, detail oriented. But even in those books, this is the kind of pencil I use. So it's preference. If you want tiny points, you're gonna need a pencil sharpener. If you don't mind, you can sharpen with a knife. For me, I also like it because it's kind of just, I don't know, it's a soothing kind of thing. But yeah, I do like to sharpen with a sharp knife, because a dull knives are dangerous. Okay, so we have this. We're gonna get our card panel, right? So we're gonna trim this down, and then I wanted to put something behind it that was a little bit more, I don't know. I wanted to put something behind it because I do want to do a little bit of Halloween, right? Look at these patterns. That might be nice. The browns and the well, brown's going to go with everything, right? Because brown is made up of all the colors. But like, do we want little half circles? Maybe not. Do we want textured black? I'm really digging the purple though. I'm kind of going for the purple. I like the purple because we're also going to give it some spidey web. I got to figure out how to get that glued down. We're going to do spider web. I think we're going to do the big spider web. We're going to do a big spider web. We'll glue him down somehow. And then we're going to do the daddy long legs. Like climbing the tree. Or climbing down the tree or something. Yeah. We're going to do that. And then we might do chills and shivers. This is goosebumps and chills and shivers. We might put on the inside. I think that might be fun to put it on the inside. But I am liking the purple. So we're going to go for purple, my friends. Dee Dee, hello, thanks for popping in. How are you? Look, I remembered your name. It helps that it is in the middle of your name there. And that would be ASDDSA28. We can call her Dee Dee. You were helping with gel plate twitch, weren't you? I think. Okay, let's trim these down. And we're going to decal trim and straight trim. Sounds good. Let go. So we're going to do this one. We're going to cut that little bit off. What do we want? We want to trim that because that's not needed. Our card base is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I want a teeny bit of black showing. So we're gonna do like an eighth. We're gonna take like an eighth off. 5.5, 4 1/4, but not quite 4 1/4. It's gonna be like an eighth an inch short. Then we're gonna find the pouch that coordinates with those. I put this together wrong. My bad. Let's put that way. Here we go. We're going to take this. We're going to put it with this. And that's going to go in there. And then we're going to trim this down with our decal trimmer. I had a card base out. What happened? See, that little bit of trimming gives us a little bit of that, aside from that mess and this, because this is a Michaels paper, and we all know that the Michaels paper does not cut straight at all. We're going to trim it down. Everybody welcome our new friend Dee Dee. Much appreciated. Okay, and then Dee Dee joined our Discord and she posted some ATCs. So thank you for that. There. Now we have a nice, lovely little black trim. Our inside. And then we need to decal this smaller. Okay. So we're going to take decally bits off of two sides. Decally bits off of two sides. Just enough to get it decally. And then we're going to cut it down to size. And we're going to do... I do want a good portion of that purple showing. So we're going to take off a 1/2 inch. I think. So this is going to be 5 by 3 3/4. And then we'll be able to put that on there and we'll have a nice purpley border. I like it. I like it. And then that'll go on there. That'll go on there. We'll throw our little scraps away. You can use them if you want. Do I want to? Nope. Can't make me. can't make me. Threw them in the garbage. What do you think about that? Now we're going to glue some stuff. Yeah. It took me a minute to realize it too. So what I do is I cut it and I fold it, and I don't worry about it being off because I'll do what I just did. When I go to use the base, I'll just trim it. Because that's all that we can do. Because I did try to trim it once before cutting it into my panels, and it was weird because it's off like on all four sides. It's just off. It's off its rocker. Right? It's off its rocker. Okay, so we're going to glue this down to this. Because this is copy paper from our gel print, so it's super thin. So I just wanted to go through and make sure that the corners and everything are glued down, because this will catch. So we're just going to take a little bit extra care to glue that down. Why am I putting that? We got to glue again. We need more glue. Glue! And I know it looks like I put a lot of glue on here, but the fact is the glue's barely coming out. My Barely Arts glue is barely coming out of this tube. And I actually don't think any glue's coming out. What the heck? Come here, you. We need glue. No, we're not. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, we have a glue. We has it. Oh, nope. I want it this way. And then we're just going to have our little bit of black trim. And then we press. Okay. So there's that and our beautiful tree. And see, we'll be able to put these in here, so that when it goes away, they get those. They get to play with those. Okay, and then there's the spider web, which we're gonna put here. Now are we gonna get it to stick? Ooh, we have sticky dots. I always forget about our sticky dots. Where's our sticky dots? Are they in this one? This is why I forget about the sticky dots, because I don't know where the sticky dots are. That's that. Yep, there's this sheet of sticky dots. Here we go. So, sticky dot sheets. What is that? So, it's a double-sided adhesive that comes on a sheet. So there's little teeny dots of stickiness all over, and I've used this section, which means that this section has some sticky dots. So we're going to set this down in our sticky dots, and then we're going to press. You trim after also. It just makes it easier than trying to... Hello. Thank you. Focus. No? Yes. And then you peel or not. To peel or not to peel. And then we're going to set it on again to try and get these tendrils, some stickies. More stickies. And then we hope that we got enough stickies on there to make it sticky. I want it to actually look like this is attached to something, right? See, look at that. That little tendril, I think, got turned around. I think we glued the wrong side on that one. It got flipped over in the thing somehow. So there, we glued it down. Isn't that nice? And then we can get our glue scissors. What are glue scissors? They're scissors that we dedicate to things with glue. They are they've got a nice coating on them, or I don't know how they're made, but the glue doesn't stick very well to them. I think it's raining or something. Okay. So, and then we're going to throw that in the garbage so it doesn't stick to us. And then we can get our colored pencils out again and drop another shadow if we want, just to make our little spider web stick out. And I'm actually going to get black for this time. I know I said shadows or not, but I want it to be a little bit more noticeable in the finer details. So I'm going to do one side of the web. I'm pushing so softly, you guys. Like our little web is just casting the slightest of shadows. And then we're going to cast it off the back side there. Go there with that one just because we can. Prismas are super soft, so they drop their color very easily, and you have to be careful because you might drop more color than you want, like I just did there. It happens. It happens. It's okay. Okay. And then our little web is a little bit shadowed. Shadowed web. Okay. And then our speeder. We need a speeder. Do we do our speeder in the bestest black ever? Probably. We're going to see if we have a piece of bestest black ever here. No, of course not. There we go. Nope, that is not it. That is not it. It was almost a crafty lie. We caught ourselves. Okay, it does not look like I have any black hole paper in this one. No. No black hole paper in this one. That's alright. We'll make a new one for our spider who will be worth the black hole paper. Black hole paper! Black hole paper! If you guys don't know what black hole paper is, it is this. It is the distressed heavy stock. Distressed heavy stock, you guys. It's insane. It is a black hole. It will suck the light right out of your project. Look at how black that is. Ugh! So glorious. And then we're going to put our little scrap right back in there for our next project, because you know we're going to need it. And then we're going to get our sidekick, because this is a teeny weeny. I need more projects that require a little bit bigger so we can use our little Scout. But Scout is just sitting there. Plates. And then you guys, has anybody bought aftermarket plates for this? I bought aftermarket plates, but you have to use a shim because they are not the best aftermarket plates. Like, you put them in, right? And then you send it through, and it's like, oh, we didn't do anything. Because look, aftermarket plates, these ones suck. So I have to use the Sidekick shim, which, I mean, it works, but you shouldn't need a shim. I just haven't been able to use it yet because everything that I use is like super small or it's super big. I need the middle so that we can pull it out more. But yeah, I need to find a good aftermarket because Ranger doesn't have this in their shop. They have the Scout. The Scout is in their shop. But I need the Sidekick too. We need all the things, my friends. Don't come at me. But yes, we need all the things. These are Whimsy Stamps dies, and I don't know if it's just mine or if it's the design, but they are so tight. I just need my leg out of there. Get your leg out. I'm using the pokey tool to kind of like dig that out. It's so tight. So tiny. Oh, don't worry, girlfriend. Blossom. Do you know how much stuff I have sitting around that I'm like, oh, this needs to go to this person. Oh, this needs to go. And I just forget. I forget all the things. It's all good. Oh, I thought I broke his leg. Okay, there we go. These channels, I don't know, these channels just... Anybody else have these dies? Like, I can't get it out. I swear I've used this before. Come on, Spidey. And funny thing, daddy long legs are probably the only 8-legged thing that I don't freak completely out when I see them. You saw somebody else using and it was the same way. I mean, you gotta work, but in the end, I mean, this particular one is super realistic compared to like the rest of them in this set. This one too is a little bit, but these two look a little, they look fake, right? These two really just look fake. But these ones, especially this one, it just looks so realistic. And I have to be careful. I can't have them running around the table, because I have freaked myself out a couple times. But the daddy long legs aren't as scary as some of the others. Oh, look at him creeping across the bottom of the card. Look at, isn't he gorgeous though? And not in like a spider gorgeous, just the design. The design is very nice. I really like the design. And especially with the spider webs, which you have to be careful pulling those out too, because I broke this one. Will I not use it? Oh no. Because it's just broke. We just cut those out or glue them down. We don't care. We'll still use it. But today we have our spider and our spider web. Can we have that? Thank you, sir. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down. Let's use our dot sheets again. Dot sheets, come here. And we're just gonna find a place that has some dots and stick them down. And then I am also going to write on here that this section is used. We'll get our tweezers. And check to see. He's got one dot. He's got one dot. We need to get more dots on him. Those leggies need more dots. And then we're just gonna go like this for our use section. See how that goes. Oh yeah. Now we just got to get him off the sheet. Come on, sir. You have a home to go to. Okay. There we go. He's got some dots on him now in those little legs. But I am going to fortify his big old belly area with some glue. But those little leggies now have some glue dots on them. And we're just going to put him like he's crawling across the bottom of the card here. Because he's got an invisible string. That's what he's doing. He's tight. Maybe there's a branch that comes right through there. We don't know. I like it. And then we're going to do our saying for the inside. And I think we should do one of these. Because we have that purple, right? Yeah, we'll bring the purple back in. Look at us. Look at us. And again, this will fit right in here. Like so. shifted. Please don't shift. We need you to behave. Oh, my son hates spiders and told me not to send him a card with one of those spiders on it. I can understand. Like, I might be creeped out if somebody sent me... Well, I kind of was. Mary Alice, she sent me these spiders before I bought my die set. She was an enabler. She sent me a few, and then I used them, and then I bought the die set because I was like, they're good looking spiders, right? Okay, what is going on now? Because they're actually a really good looking spider. Creepy. But I kind of freaked out a little bit when I opened up. Why didn't I section it? Because I had it on the top of my card. Because I was lazy? Girl, why didn't? Because I was lazy. I was so lazy. I think we should do... Well, I'm going to pop them both out, is what I'm going to do. And then we're going to open this. We're going to debate. We're going to debate if we want... Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. Chills and shivers. I think we're just going to stick those in the thing, and I think we're going to use goosebumps. Because you might get some goose... Okay, I got some goosebumps. Something's like tickling me over there. I think we should do like a flag. I think that would be fun. We're going to glue that down. We're going to glue this to this, and then we're going to flag it. And then chills and shivers will go as a freebie. And then I lost my tittle. Well, I guess it's not a tittle if it's punctuation mark. A punctuation mark. You guys, words are hard. Well, where'd it go? Was it still stuck to the thing and I didn't notice it? Nope. But I lost it. I lost the little exclamation point. I lost the point. Get to the point. I found it. I found our point. We're going to throw these away. Glad I checked my shirt. Okay, and then put those back. We're going to put this on the edge. And what is going on? Talk about spiders is giving me the creepy freaking crawlies. Why do I do this to myself? We don't know. Yes, we could use... You know, we could do the sticky dots, but maybe you don't have sticky dots. You could just use your glue for all these little teeny bits. If I'd have thought about it, we'd have turned our paper into sticker paper and die cut it all at once. Why do I not think of these things at the time? Like, oh, by the way, you could have made sticker paper and then die cut it. Psh, the things. The things. My glue dries clear, so I don't care if it sticks out. But I am going to smoosh with a clean spot on your hand, and then rub the glue off, and then smoosh and clean the glue off. Okay? And then we're going to I'm going to cut this chunk off. And then we're going to flag it. Cut it down the center. And then we're going to go from this corner to the top of our cut. And then we're going to go from this corner to the top of our cut. And then we have a flag. We have flagged Goosebumps in our card. And then we shall glue it down. Sticker papers on your wish list. Yeah, I have some. I have it. It's there. I have actual sticker paper that you can print on one side. And then I have double-sided sticky sheets to make your own sticker paper. So just, yeah, be kind of mindful of that. And I'm going to cut. You guys could totally throw this away, right? It's used. But I'm going to cut this because I do use these pattern papers to make paper, right? Like this. I'm not going to save that. I save the patterned paper because we can make collage paper, and these little pieces come in handy for collage papers. And then this part is garbage. Or you could use it for a stencil. Stencil! Okay. Oh. I'm so dumb. You guys. I think I threw I found the dot to my exclamation point, and I think I just threw away my exclamation point because it is no longer with us. Which is okay, because we put Goosebumps all the way to the end. Anyways. And then whoever gets this will get the chills and the shivers. And they will get this. So they can make whatever they want to make. And maybe a spider web. Not the broken one. Let's throw a spider web in there. We'll throw a spider web in there. Do we want to throw a spider in there too? Sure. Let's get a spider. Let's cut another one. And we'll throw them a spider. And they can make the card. Where's my speeder? Oh, that scared me. The shadow on the thing moved. And I thought it was a bug. Specifically a spider. I thought it was a spider trying to get me. I freaked out. You guys. I need to quit talking about these dang things. It's probably why I'm itchy. A friend of mine bought sticker paper about 3 years ago. Turned out to be printable tattoo sheets. Oh! That's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, all my crafty peeps that are hanging out in here, let's draw some names. Oots, oots, oots. Draw some names. 1 name, 2 names, 3 names, 4 names. I don't know. How many of you are here? Okay, who wants to win this card? Who would like this card? Let's put some names on some paper, and we're going to draw some names. Draw some names, and you'll get one spider web. It's a web of lies. No, what? Spider bump, right? Okay, we gotta quit talking about this. I just said that. Who wants this card? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Comment. Just one. Me. Cordelia is like, me! Okay. Blossom, Jen, and Cordelia. Okay, let's see if we can get this one out any easier. Which that part pops right out. Pop. Okay. We're going to take our time. Because spiders are terrible. Why is his body not popping out? It's being difficult. Going from the backside. Go in from behind. That popped out. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that wax paper leaves a residue. I don't know if that's a real thing or somebody was just trying to convince people not to do that. Because, you know, some people do weird things like that. But he came out much easier this time. Maybe he just needs to be used more than once a year. Okay. And then we'll throw the freaky spider in there. Look it. He's just chilling on his web. I couldn't close the thing. Get down. Flatten out, sir. Flatten out. Okay, we're going to put that away. We're going to put that away. We're going to do Cordelia, Jen, and Blossom. Oh, that would be cute. Blossom. Laminate them for cupcake treats, like on a little pick. Yeah. And Blossom. I don't spell. Y'all had plenty of time. They're going in. There's one. Jana. There's two. And then there's three. Okay. Ready, set. Okay, look with me now. Blossom! Blossom, I do believe I have your yeah, because you're on the rack. So, Blossom, I have your address. And they should be going... I have some stuff to mail, so they should be going in the mail soon. Wait, I gotta find a genie lamp to open. Okay, so sorry, Miss Cornelia. Sorry, Miss Cornelia. You guys, I have a story to tell you. Post office. Post office. Ugh. The post office. I mail my auntie, my cousin, and a niece. I mail 4 people a Christmas card to my auntie's house. My auntie checks the mail. She gets cousin, well, her kid, and her grandkid. But not hers. She doesn't get hers because hers is back at my house. Hers is back at my house, and it says undeliverable. I'm like, it's the same address the other 3 went with. But she got the other 3, and I took a picture because I knew Auntie would be like, why didn't I get one? And I was right. I took a picture and I sent it to Auntie, and she's like, I was wondering. She was a little hurt that the post office did not give her mail and made it look like I forgot about her. Like, who would do that? I would forget about the cousins and the niece before I would forget about my auntie. But still, I was like, what? So, yeah. I'm going to actually stick this in a bigger envelope just so, because the tendrils and stuff all stick out, right? It's all sticky outy. But we're going to do this first. We're going to do this. Do. Ta-da! I know, right? And she's like, the address is right. I'm like, I know the address is right because it's in my computer. I printed 4 address labels with the same address. This is for Blossom, Miss Blossom. There's your little spider card with spider bumps. You know, I want to write that down. Where do I write that down? You guys, we have a thing. Right here, spider bumps, because that is actually kind of genius. Giveaways, designing things, dinner things, designy things. Look at my pumpkin. Oh, I was supposed to be working on this on Twitch. Were we working on this on Twitch? I gotta get back to that. Where's my sayings? Here we are. Saying for a spider. Spider bumps. Spider bumps. You think they pick random pieces of mail to do that too as a money-making thing? That's crazy. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, you love my my penmanship, my crazy nothing. No 2 things look alike. You guys, I put Gesundheit in my thing. Because somebody typed it out and I'm like trying to read it. I'm like, what the heck is that word? And somebody said, bless you. And I went, oh, that's Gesundheit. But you can't just say Gesundheit because it's a German word. And, well, it's kind of an angry language, right? So you gotta say Gesundheit with aggression. Gesundheit. Anyways, I'm probably saying it wrong, but I don't care. That's that. And stuffaluffagus. And feeling stabby. I'm feeling stabby. But yeah. Anyways, there's my sayings. I have a place for them, and I've been trying to remember to put the things away. You guys, But there we have it. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on Pattern Paper Monday. Now, this coming Tuesday, I'll have TikTok Tuesday. I might be a little bit late for it because I'll be in Pennsylvania. Okay. But the following rest of the Tuesdays, I should be hanging out with... Your husband just laughed. He is German. No offense. I love it. Sorry. But it makes me giggle. It makes me giggle. Where was I? Oh, the rest of the Tuesdays, I should be hanging out with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. And I'm going to ask Debbie J when she would like to do some sublimation on either a Friday or a Saturday. And we're going to do a Debbie J sublimation because I forgot what I was doing. So tomorrow is TikTok Tuesday at 8 p.m. and no Debbie J. But the following Tuesdays, I should be hanging out with Debbie J. And then Wednesday, we are doing Watercolor Wednesday? No. Scrapbook Wednesday. Scrapbook Wednesday. Almost forgot. Scrapbook Wednesday, then Watercolor Wednesday. Because we have Wheels of Brands Wednesdays, Scrapbook Wednesday, and Watercolor Wednesday. And then a Rando Wednesday. Okay. I want to thank you guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you on TikTok Tuesday or 7 p.m. Wednesday right here on the channel, okay? Have a good one, my crafty friends. Stay crafty. I need to send the out video. Out! Out! Leave! Send in the music. Mute.